Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you for tuning back in for the next installment of the progress of getting the 48 Sundancer ready for transport from Texas to Nassau and get ready for some charter work. The audio video guys have been working feverishly behind the scenes in the shop getting things ready. We're starting to see some of that progress manifest here on the boat as they're beginning to tear into things and take some things out, put some new things in, get things changed up, and ready for how we're going to need it for the next few years. One of the things we talked about in one of the older videos is that I'll be changing out the stereo system in the boat here from the existing one to the Rockford-Fosgate setup that has the NEMA 2000 connections in it. In the process of changing out stereo, also want to kind of clean up things a little bit, simplify the whole system. One of the reasons for that is being offshore and away from my audio video guys here in Texas. I really want things simplified so that if and when something does go wrong, that the guys who are on the boat, my captain and crew, will have an easier time of fixing things, identifying them, knowing what to do. So let's take a look at some of the things that have been done since the last video, some of the progress that's been made. As you can see, that is where the old stereo used to be, so that's gone. No real significant changes over there. They took the door off, of course. Now over here, told you guys there's a lot going on behind this television, and that's the truth. So they've got the TV just kind of laying over here on its side. But look at all this back here. I mean, there's a ton of wires going everywhere. You got electrical connections, got splitters, got, wires going everywhere. So we're going to get all that stuff cleaned up, really kind of pare down a lot of the stuff that we're doing in here, make things a lot easier. Also been making some progress outside. As you can see over here on the starboard side behind the captain's chair, this is where those two 12-inch subwoofers used to be. Those are going to be removed permanently and replaced with a little storage area. This is the little kind of storage area that goes up forward, right adjacent to the captain's chair. With these things removed, you can see all up in here. This is the duct work that connects the air conditioning unit to the AC vents up at the helm. A bunch of other wires and stuff that the boys have put in for the stereo and lights and all that kind of stuff. And a little bit more of that up here, as you can see in the forward one. Up here at the helm, really, currently the only change is this new Rockford-Fosgate remote unit here that's installed. They've taken out this remote over here on the starboard side, which I asked them to do. Not sure exactly what we're going to do with that space. One of the things we've talked about doing is wiring that up with some USB ports so people can plug in their phones to charge right there. That's just there on the starboard side. Now these other holes where the other television used to be, we're going to get the fiberglass guy out here to fill those in. Also, he'll be out here to fill in these holes in the ceiling, and we'll be taking the existing name off of the back of the boat and filling in those holes too. Back here you can see are my newly recovered seats, and they look fantastic. The guys did a real nice job with that. Had the guys make a new cover for the port side television. This black canvas looks real nice, fits perfectly. And then up here, I'm sure I'm not the only one who has experienced the problems with these, with the glass up here on the top. At least here in Texas, these things act like a magnifying glass, and they make it so hot in the cockpit. So what I did was I had these custom covers made. Got a little elastic that goes around down here, and just going to leave these in place to keep the sun out. That'll keep the temperature down in there by several degrees. Onto the bow, the same canvas team kind of redid some things for me up here. I had a problem with these bow pads kind of blowing around a little bit. They're old, you know, and the straps below them had been, you know, a little beat up. So what they did, they came in and put these new snaps here, so you can take those off if you do want to end up, you know, putting the seat back up. And that's how we usually do it. But then these snaps are here that you can attach and keep it from blowing around. They also put on a couple little straps here on the side, there and there. Then up here in the middle, they put a little some Velcro, and they've got that all snapped down there in the middle. So it's secured, and also up here in the front. You see they put in these new things that keep the front from blowing around, because I used to have a problem with those kind of blowing up a little bit when it'd be windy and I'd be out on the water. So this all looks real nice. They've done a real nice job with that. Also got two brand new West Marine gel house batteries. These things are super heavy if you've ever tried to pick one up before, so I didn't break my back. I let my electronics guys take care of all that. You can see that's one of the new sensors for that Siren Marine security system. Then of course back here also two more brand new West Marine AGM batteries. You kind of see up here this white light. I did replace all of the engine compartment lights with LEDs. You can see over there. These are wonderful. They're a lot brighter. Of course, they don't burn near as hot as the old incandescent bulbs. In the back bedroom here, we kind of have the staging area for some of the things that are going to be going in. Some more of the Fosgate stuff, more of the Siren Marine security stuff, more components down there about to go in, cable boxes. That's the Ray Marine for the Sirius XM weather, and then it's all sitting on two big boxes of marine grade toilet paper that will be going to the Bahamas. Well, that's an overview on where we are so far on getting things done actually on the boat, but as you would probably suspect, behind the scenes there's a lot more to get done, and I'll kind of run down some of the other things I've been doing. Had to line up boat transportation to get it from the Dallas area to St. Petersburg, Florida, where it's going to go. I called around to a few different transport companies that are reputable and got the best quote, so I've got that lined up. One of the other things I have to do in preparation of that is get the boat hauled out of the water here and torn down. You know, of course, all the equipment that's up on the roof, the satellite dome, the radar, you know, et cetera, that arch, they've all got to come down, and whoever tears it down has to mark everything. It's not just putting the bolts back together, it's all the wiring and everything that's in there. So they have to mark it so that whoever reassembles it back in Florida knows how to put it all back together. So have to coordinate the pulling of the boat out of the water, the tearing it down, the transportation to St. Petersburg. And I've already spoken with the team there at Marine Max in St. Pete and given them a laundry list of things that I need to have done, and given them about 2.5 weeks to get it done before I'm going to pick the boat up and do a little cruise. You know, some of the things that I have to do, I'm going to get the routine maintenance done on both engines, the generator, get the zincs up to date for the salt water. I'm going to have a davit put on the back, getting the door that goes between the salon and the cockpit worked on. Sometimes that door kind of sticks a little bit, and I know whoever has a 48 Sundancer like this one knows exactly what I'm talking about. Look at potentially getting a bottom job done. I just had one done not that long ago, but once the boat's out of the water, we'll see if I need one, another one. If not, I might wait another year. Let's see, one of the faucets needs some attention, and a few other little things. But so the shop will have a couple weeks to get all that stuff done. Then my plan is to pick the boat up in St. Pete with some friends. We'll meet the boat there, and we have a captain arranged. That's another thing I had to do, and start looking at some marinas along the way. But we're going to take the boat from St. Pete to Marco Island, spend the night in Marco Island. Then the next day I get up and go from Marco Island to Miami, spend the night in Miami. Then the boat will end up staying in Miami for a couple of nights while I wait for delivery of a tender that I bought that's going to go on the back of the boat. So boat stays in Miami a couple nights, tender gets delivered, put the tender up on the back platform of the boat, and then my Bahama captain will join us in Miami and take the boat the rest of the way with my one crew guy. So those are some of the other things that are going on behind the scenes right now. I'll try to keep you guys updated on that. If anybody ever has any questions on contacts I've used, who I've talked to, how much some of this stuff costs, don't hesitate to drop me a line. I'm happy to help out and answer. So we'll wrap it up this week. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. Probably next week I'll have some more information for you guys, some updated videos. I would suspect by that point a lot of the audio video stuff will be updated. I can show you guys some of the cool changes that have been made. So have a good week, and we'll see you soon.